Hi everyone, Kartik Robert here, and I just wanted to leave a brief message here about my new book, or a co-authored book with Robert Buccellato, the esteemed Robert Buccellato, one of the foremost historians of Florida political history. The book, The Florida Campaign, which is out today in the U.S. from Casemate Publishers. It's been out in the U.K. for a few months now. It's published first in the U.K. Casemate's a UK-based publisher. And I've written a lot in the past, several books. Some have been self-published, others have been published through small publishing houses or through World Soccer Talk, the website. But this is the first time I've worked with a larger publisher, and also the first time I've worked on what is largely it's an illustrated text, or a text that is enhanced by lots and lots of illustrations. And the book is about Florida's role in the American Revolution, which was extensive in spite of maybe what you learn in school in the United States. I pointed this out a few years ago, but if you read Andrew Roberts' great biography of King George III, Florida is mentioned about 30 times. If you read biographies about George Washington written by American writers, or about the Revolutionary War, Florida is not mentioned at all. Now, there are books about Thomas Jefferson where Florida is mentioned a lot, but that's because of the lead up to the War of 1812 and the Louisiana Purchase and all of that. So this book, I think, is really important because it opens another chapter for a lot of people who may not be aware of the critical role Florida played in the American Revolutionary War. And it's enhanced by photographs and drawings and some original artwork from Kenny McGuire, who is one of our, in my opinion, one of our best artists here in the state of Florida. And we were really privileged to have him contribute to this work with some incredible artwork. In fact, let me find some of his battle drawings, because they were fantastic. Here's an artist rendering from Kenny McGuire, if you can see that, of the Willing raids, which were a series of raids on the West Florida front, if you will, the battle for West Florida. I think he's got some great artwork in here about the Battle of Alligator Creek Bridge, maybe the Thomas Creek battle. In any event, lots of great artwork in here, in addition to a lot of photographs that I had taken through the years that I thought were fairly useless. So here's a photograph I took many years ago up in Nassau County of the ambush at Alligator Creek Bridge. The site of the ambush at Alligator Creek Bridge. So, here's a Kenny McGuire artist depiction of the Battle of is that Thomas Creek or Alligator? Battle of Thomas Creek. That's what I thought. Which, by the way, was in northern Duval County, what is now northern Duval County, and lots of interesting art in here, in addition to the text. The text I'm particularly proud of, because I think it opens, as I said, a new front maybe in people's thinking about the American Revolution. It wasn't just a war contained within the 13 colonies and Quebec. Right, I've just written a book, a self-published book, about the American influence in the American invasion of Quebec, and then the kind of battles where the U.S. tried to conquer Canada between 1775, which was that invasion of Quebec, and 1871, when the Treaty of Washington was signed. So that's a self-published book. Why Canada is not part of the USA. You can find that on Amazon. This you can find, I think, just about anywhere. I think you're going to be able to find this book not only on Amazon. If you're a Prime member, pro tip, you get shipping for free. You can find it on Casemate's site. It's going to be in bookstores. It's going to be in libraries as well. So really, really excited about this, and would love y'all's feedback on this. This is the first time I have written. Robert has written in this form before, by the way. Robert Buccellato has written books where it's been heavy on artwork and illustrations, which is why he really lent an extra hand in a way with this, because my books have largely been text with minimal or no illustrations. Now you see even things like battle maps had to be drawn for the book. So it is quite it was quite a feat to pull this off, and I think the timing is really good because we're talking about 250 years since independence next year, 250 years since the start of the American Revolution this year, and a lot of this, I will warn y'all, is may come across as being pro-British. We're neutral. We're trying to be very neutral historians here. And there were reasons why Florida, the Floridas, West Florida and East Florida, but particularly East Florida, where St. Augustine was a major center, commercial center, West Florida was not heavily populated, stayed loyal to the crown. And so we have to explain those reasons, and we have to talk about issues like slavery and the Native Indian people, Native American people, as well as why loyalists stayed loyal, why some wealthy planters stayed loyal to the British crown, why others rebelled. So it's a compelling book, and I would encourage everybody to read it and to give me some feedback. Thank you.